Hey YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Art a la carte. Today I'm taking a request from one of my viewers on how to draw people. Actually, I've gotten this request a couple of times, so I decided I would begin tackling this. Let me forewarn you that this is not a topic that can be covered in just one video. Actually, it's going to take several videos. Humans are kind of challenging to draw, so we're going to start first with just breaking it down to the very basics of how to draw a human figure. So when you're thinking about drawing people, really we are going to take it to the very basics. How basic? That basic. The Stickman. The Stickman is the unsung hero of the figure drawing world because everyone thinks that Stickman is so basic that there's really nothing to learn about drawing him. But really, when you're drawing a figure, you want to know how to draw a Stickman. Obviously not like this, because when you draw them like this, they look dead. Obviously you don't want a dead Stickman. Let me show you. So we're just going to use two different shapes in drawing the form. We're going to use circles and lines. Now this line doesn't always have to be straight, it can be kind of curvy. In fact, we call it the squiggly line. And the circles are going to represent either the head or any place on the body that bends. So if something bends, there's going to be a circle representing that part. We call it the joint. So let's start over here with a circle for the head. And we're going to come down here and connect the neck to the shoulders, and I'm going to put a circle there because the neck can bend. Even though the neck can bend all over the place, I'm just going to put one circle there and one circle there. So, and then we're going to come off with the shoulders, off of the neck, and we'll put two circles there for where the shoulders come out. Now I'm going to use a large circle shape for the upper torso. This is kind of the rib cage area. The spinal cord is going to come straight down through here. So if you kind of think of it as the rib cage. And then down here is going to be a circle, the abdomen. And then it's going to break off into two parts for the hips. So there's the hips and the hip sockets right there. Okay, so we have the head, the neck, the rib cage, the torso or the abdomen, and the hips and the shoulders. All right, now we're going to come and we're going to bring down our legs, being nice straight lines, all the way to where the knees are. We don't put any joints in here because obviously from here to here cannot bend. Here can bend and here can bend, but not in here, so straight lines. And then down from there, the calves, down to your feet. So how do you know how long to make this from here to here so that you don't have super long legs and short torso or whatever? Is you're going to count how many heads high. So you're going to, when you draw, the size of your head will determine how big your body is. General rule of thumb is anywhere from 7 to 8 heads. So you just want to take and you measure that out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 heads here for my person. The next general rule of thumb is there's about 3 heads distance in the torso area. I tend, when I draw my figures, to draw them a little cartoony, so I generally tend to make the heads a little bit bigger. If you're drawing life drawing, you're going to have 7 to 8 heads. If you're drawing cartoony, you may have 6 to 7 heads. So it's a little on the cartoony side, but that's just how I draw. Now, to know how long your arms are, you're just going to take your arm and place it down against down against your side, and you're going to feel that your elbow comes to just about belly button length is where your elbow is. And then your forearm is about the same distance from your shoulder to your elbow, is the same distance as your elbow to your wrist. And then you have your hand. Now if you have this out, obviously it's going to be up a little bit higher because as it curves out, it's going to make that kind of circular motion. So it's going to be out a little bit. So this is your basic figure drawing stick person right here. And again, he's a little bit stiff, but what I would do is first just begin to practice him getting the proportions correct the way you want them. Then, after you get confident in drawing and getting the proportions correct, then you can work on putting a little bit more gesture and movement into him so he can get some positions like this, or like this, or like this. So go ahead and start practicing drawing just this regular stick figure person. Then in our next part of drawing the human body, we'll go ahead and learn how to put a little bit of motion and life into that stick figure person. So have fun and keep drawing, and we'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye.